Hey guys, hey, hopefully you can hear me and you can see me very well. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. What's up, family? I've been wanting to say that all week. I said that's what I'm gonna say from now on. What's up, family? Because you guys are my family. You are my YouTube family and my Facebook family. I just presented this channel. Oh my gosh. Okay, trying not to say I just presented going live to my own personal Facebook page. I'm not for sure if that's working, but if you are joining me from my personal Facebook page, ReolaMonique, please give me a thumbs up so I will know, because I'm excited to use that page, only because I don't really use that page much, because I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have people that follow me there, but I don't get a lot of traction on that page. So I don't really use it much, but I'm going to start trying to incorporate it into use. So what's up, family? I'm going to be reading, because I did, look, y'all be keeping me up at night. I'm sitting up there. Okay, I got to move some stuff around. I'm sitting up late at night trying to figure out what am I going to communicate to you all, how I'm going to drill in the message and the importance of planning ahead, and just a whole lot of things be on my mind, you guys. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Joshua, are you joining me from my personal? No, you're not. You're joining me from YouTube, I see. Okay. Hi guys. Okay. You guys can hear me clearly. All right. So, y'all like the green? Yeah. I did it myself. You know, I'm not an artist, you know, when it comes to makeup. So if it don't look that great, then I tried. But I hope that you are doing well and you are all staying safe. I want to wish a happy belated Father's Day to all of the fathers here on earth as well as in heaven. All of my fathers to be, bonus dads, and all the uncles, the big brothers, teachers, and or mentors who stand in the gap. I really hope that you had a wonderful day and were treated like the kings that you are. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I want to pretty much practice with you all because I am trying to train myself on how to speak without constantly saying that dreadful and annoying I really want to be better and develop better on camera skills so that I can feel more comfortable and at ease on camera, because watching things back, even in my vlogs, I notice how uncomfortable I am, and I want to get more comfortable and more confident when I speak. So I hope you guys don't mind me practicing with you all on today. Every time I say that dreadful word, hold me accountable. Be nice, but hold me accountable. I did it. It's so hard. It is so hard. But so if it seems like I am speaking a little slower, it's not because I'm slow. It's because I'm really trying to focus on what I'm saying and what I am trying to express so that I won't stumble or have to use that pesky in order to fill in for what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, I'm reading because I have a whole lot of notes that I stayed up 2 nights developing for you guys. And another thing, family, there are some things that I've noticed that I do a lot when I'm nervous, and one of them is mess with my hair. It's not vanity, guys, I promise. It's just me being uncomfortable or nervous. It's just a bad habit that I do. I did it again. That I'm trying to break. And also I will, look off into the distance a lot. I do that a lot. Even in person, when I'm talking to someone in person, I look off to the distance a lot. I notice that. And even when I'm speaking to them, I notice that I'm not looking them straight in the eyes. And it's because of me being uncomfortable and me being nervous. So I'm working on these things, guys. I be taking notes when I be watching myself or editing videos and stuff. So, okay. I want to discuss some things that are very uncomfortable for people to discuss, but I feel it's very, very necessary to have the discussion. Nobody really wants to talk about death or hear about it when it comes to ourselves or our family members or people that we know. However, a lot of us are comfortable watching it on television or watching it in movies or watching it on news or watching different crime shows or even shows about the funeral industry like mine. But we don't want to talk about what is inevitable in every single one of our lives. Death is a natural part of life. We are born, and hopefully we get to do some living in between. And yes, we will pass away at some point in time. That's everybody. That is one thing that has no respect of person. Death. It's going to happen, but it is how we prepare ourselves for the inevitable. That's what matters. There are so many of you who, unfortunately, will at some point in time have to handle services for a loved one. Unfortunately. Or you may have already had that unfortunate situation come upon you. And a lot of times people sit, and I'm just thinking about a recent counseling session that I had. A lot of times people will sit in front of me and they'll say how difficult it is. This is so hard. And so did not have any insurance. So I'm having to do this on my own. And Miss Ray, oh my gosh, it's just so difficult. And then I look at them and I say, well, I hope you're prepared. Did you make sure that your arrangements are prepared? Or did you make sure that you're protected? Did you make sure that this doesn't happen when it comes down to you or someone else? I had somebody tell me that they were also taking care of someone else that was not going to be around for, or uh, they were not, and I'm gonna stop doing that because I'm noticing I'm doing that just because I say the word. I'm not gonna be hard on myself, but they were taking care of somebody else at the time, and they were not expecting them to live for a long period of time. And I said, well, are they protected? Did you get some protection for them? No, they're already past that point. You guys, you are so quick to tell me that, oh no, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that, especially not for myself. I'm not there. That's not something I even want to put on my mind. That's morbid. That's taboo. I don't want to think about that. We make conversation. I think it's a very healthy conversation to have, because you want to know what your spouse wishes are, what they want, what they don't want, if they want drastic measures to be taken, or if they would or wouldn't mind being a vegetable, or if they wouldn't mind being in a wheelchair for the rest of their lives. Those are things that you have to discuss, and it doesn't have to specifically be death related, but just general wishes of your significant other. If this was to happen, what would you want us to do? Or how would you like us to handle the situation if it came about? I feel like if these conversations were had, then a lot of family members would not be fighting when a loved one passes on. Am I preaching? A lot of family members would not sit in front of me and be fighting. Some of them can't even come into the same conference. I have to have 2 different counseling sessions. That's a lot on me, because they not getting along. Why? Because that loved one did not leave specific instructions. So big sister is trumping little sister, or big brother trumping little sister. It's a whole lot of. Ooh. If y'all know where that came from, let me know in the comments. It's a whole lot of. So it's such an important conversation to have, not only with your spouse, but you need to have that conversation with your children. You need to have that conversation with your parents. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but it's a necessary conversation to have, you guys. Let me tell you, I am dealing with the same situation. You guys know that my grandmother has not been doing well. And we're all watching her decline on a daily basis. And it's hard. It's very hard. It's very difficult. I'm not exempt from death happening to me or my family. So I very much understand, and I do know how difficult it is, because there's sometimes when my family will bring up the subject and I don't want to talk about it. I'm quick to tell you. You can ask my mother. I'm quick to tell her, oh no, I don't even want to talk about it. But then I think about it and I'm like, I have to talk about it. Why? Because when she does transition, it's going to be even harder. So it's best that we have these conversations now, because, and that's not saying it's still not going to be difficult. It's not going to take the pain away. No, absolutely not. But it's going to take that burden of having to think about certain things at that time. You're grieving. That's the last thing you want to do, is sit up in front of my face and talk about how you're going to take care of your loved one. That's the last thing you want to do. I understand that. I recently had a young lady. She could barely talk. Every time I said something, she just broke down. And it is so hard to watch. I'm not for sure if they ever had the conversation with their mom, because they pretty much did a good job taking care of her arrangements. No bickering. Her and her sister did everything peacefully. And for the most part, everything turned out pretty well. I got lots of hugs and her thanking me, saying that I helped make the process easier. And that's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to do. But when y'all come and sit in front of me and y'all sitting up here trying to figure out what GoFundMe y'all going to use, or what bake sale, who gonna bake what, or where we gonna hold the car wash, or what. A lot. It's a lot, because seriously, I wish I can help everybody. I really do, but I can only do so much. I can offer, so much of a discount or to help out, to ease it a little bit, but I can only do so much. It's up to you right now to make a decision to, I feel like I'm doing the altar call. It's up to you to tell the Lord. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's up to you to make the decision that I am going to protect myself, because I had Mr. Keith Charles on here a few weeks ago, and we had a very great conversation about the importance of planning in advance. And I had a lot of you reach out to me and say that you were going to reach out to him, or you was going to make sure that you were prepared in advance. And maybe you did, and maybe you just didn't use Mr. Charles, and that's fine. As long as you protected yourself, I'm okay with that. But if you said those words and you did not follow through with it, raise your hand. Let me see them hands. Oh my God, I really feel like I'm sitting up in the pulpit preaching. I'm not preaching to you guys. I'm trying to reach you guys. I want to reach those individuals who unfortunately might have a circumstance come upon them sooner than later. I'm not wishing that on nobody by no means at all, but you never know. We never know. And I would much rather you be prepared for it than to not. I would much rather you be prepared than to have to, let me see, to have to do this. I don't want you guys to have to do that. I don't want you guys to do this. I don't want you guys to do this. I'm not knocking this. If this is what families have to do, then by all means, do what you have to do. But I don't want you guys to have to do that. If you don't have to, you know what I mean? If you go ahead and just take the time to just say, you know what, I'm just going to prepare in advance. Mr. Charles told you, you can get a package as low as $10 a month and protect yourself and work your way up. If you pay that off, then you increase it later. You may, start low and, decide that you want to add some stuff to it later. That's fine. Not a problem. Just make sure that you are taking the necessary steps. You're having the conversation. You are making sure that not just you, not just your spouse, but also your children are protected. Make sure mom and dad, if they're still living, make sure they're protected. Make sure that you know exactly what they want. There's a form called a DNR. It's called a Do Not Resuscitate form. Google that form, y'all. I need you guys to Google that form and look it over. Discuss it with your doctor. Discuss it with your family, because that form will let you know, or let your family know, exactly what you want when something tragic was to happen, to where you will have to be will have to be resuscitated or not. You may not, me personally, I don't want to be a vegetable. I don't. I would rather not live my life and it's sad to say, but I'm sharing something really personal with you guys. I hope you don't judge me. Don't come for me, okay? This is just me, my personal feelings. I would rather not be here if I am not going to physically be able to be here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm envisioning certain people and it's making me want to cry. I would rather not be here if I can't get around on my own. I can't really speak for myself. I can't think for myself. Me personally. So if it came down to that, I think my mother knows. I think she knows not to, but if she doesn't, she knows now. So there's conversation that you need to have. And I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's not the most exciting conversation, but get you some popcorn. Get you some popcorn, get you some snacks, and not Netflix and chill, but, have the conversation and chill. And then you can Netflix and chill afterwards, just because it's better to have the conversation when your heart is at ease. Everything is light. It could be, you could joke about it, laugh about it. It's better. It's way better than to be standing around somebody's deathbed and having a conversation. Or they're no longer here and you're having a conversation, and not even having a conversation. You're fighting with your family. I've had so many families that, and I should I do a video on that? I don't know. Should I do a video on the what is it? The legal next of kin, the flow, who comes in order? Because a lot of people don't understand that just because you are the parent and you're still here, if that person has an adult child, a living adult child, they trump you. They trump you automatically. If that person has a spouse, they trump both. They trump the children and the parents. So those of you who still married, you still married just for the sake of being married, but you not with that person anymore. I'm telling you, they have the rights, and then they'll be sitting in front of me fighting with the family, because the family be like, they ain't been together for such and such years. Okay, but they still legally married. They're still legally married. That's who the coroners have on file. Sorry, there is nothing I can do about that. There's nothing. And some will take it as far as going to court. Y'all don't want to have to do that, right? We don't want to have to do that. Let me show you right after the conversation that I had with Mr. Charles on the live about the importance of planning in advance. Do you know when I left here? I'm going to show you a video. You know when I left here? This is exactly what I saw when I left here that day. No joke. No joke. I couldn't even believe it myself. But watch this, you guys. Hey guys, this is what I'm talking about. People standing out here asking for money. Supposedly a loved one passed. I mean, prayers go up if it's for real, but a lot of times it don't be real, guys. So you just have to, I don't know, pray, and here they come. Pray and hope that your dollars are being used for good, guys. And it's sad. It is so sad. And I always offer up like my services. I always try to offer up my services, but they don't want that. They don't want that. They just want cash money. And like I said, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not legit. I don't know. I'm not for sure. I'm not knowing whether or not they are or not. But we just want to make sure that we are recycling our dollars in a positive way and not in a negative way. So just be careful. That's all I can say. Just be careful. You never know. Sometimes it might perk your spirit to be just like, you know what, this is something I wanted. And that's more than likely God. So you never know. So God bless this family, and hopefully they are legit, and they will have a great and wonderful service for their loved one, and they will be able to raise the funds that they need. Isn't that sad? I don't know about you, but here in LA, we see it all the time. Am I right? Am I right? We see it all the time. I'm talking to you over here. You supposed to be, yes. Yes, so, yeah, my studio audience. No, I'm just kidding. But I see it all the time, you guys. It's so sad. And I hate to think that it's not for real. I hate to have that thought. You know, when you have a person that asks for money, or like I've had a person ask me for money and said that they really wanted something to eat. Mind you, they're right in front of a restaurant. Okay, I'm going into here to get something to eat. I can get you something to eat as well. No, can you just give me the money? That lets me know right there, you know, you're not hungry. You're not hungry. You just want the money. Or I go in there and get them something to eat and bring it back to them, and they don't want it. No, thank you. I'm like, I'm so confused. I thought you were hungry. So that's the same way. That's the same feeling I feel about watching these people on the corners asking for money for services. You just never know. I've heard of stories of people saying it was not true. It was not legit. I've had somebody to actually physically drive all the way from, I believe it was from Venice. If you don't live here, it's not that far, but it's a little ways away, especially during traffic. But to come to bring us money and to make sure that the family was legit, because they were either selling something or something, and they didn't want what they were selling, but they wanted to contribute, so they rather bring the money directly to the funeral home. So that was really nice of them. And couldn't believe that they did that for that family. But they say, yeah, you know, a lot of times we want to contribute, we want to help, but we don't know if it's legit. And so I said all this to say this. Let's talk about it. I want to know your reasons for not protecting yourself. What is holding you back? Have you had the conversations have you had the conversation with your family? Have you ever had to make arrangements for a loved one before? And if so, how was the process? Did they have insurance? I want to know your thoughts on the subject, because a couple of weeks ago, like I said, we was on here with Mr. Charles, and I thought that we did a great job reaching out, giving you guys the tools and the stuff that you needed, and then it was like crickets. But like I said, you may have reached out to somebody else, and that's fine. That's fine. If you did that, I want to know. I want you to let me know, Miss Ray, because of you, I went ahead and I made arrangements, and you know, I'm prepared. I want to know that. I want to know if what I'm doing is helping someone. So please, by all means, let me know that. And if you are scared to call Mr. Charles, I get it. No, I'm just kidding. No, just call him, bug him, text him, do whatever you need to do if you want to be protected. Now, don't call him bugging him about me, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. But if you want to be protected and you have some questions on how to protect yourself, then by all means, reach out to him via text or call that number that's in the description box. He does not mind at all. So let me see. I'm going through my notes. And let me tell you about a misconception, you guys. A lot of times people say, well, I'm already sick. Or they'll say, no, I haven't protected that person because they've been diagnosed with a terminal illness. Yeah, it's not too late to get a pre-need, that to prepare for your funeral services. It's not too late. You can do it. It's not like regular insurance. So you can definitely get a pre-arrangement on file. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can bug Mr. Charles and ask him if I'm wrong. But I believe it has to just be a year. I don't even think a year. I don't even think it's a year. I'm gonna ask him myself. But y'all bug him. Y'all ask him. Y'all ask him. I believe it's either a year or less than that it has to be before it's fully vested. But I want to know your reason is for not being prepared. So let's do this. I need to take some questions. Let's see. Question time. Okay, that means it's glasses time. So, are y'all here with me? Because I don't see no thumbs ups. Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts, some love? Show the love, please. Show me love. Any questions, Shell?
Justin wants Mr. Charles' number.
Wait. It's in the description box. Mr. Charles' phone number, contact information is in the description box of pretty much all of my videos, I believe. All of my videos pertaining to the funeral industry. I thought you said Justin. You said Justice. Okay. Got it. Who else? Any questions? Make sure to add a Q before your question so that I'll know. I can easily recognize that it's a question.
Black and brown. How do I donate my body to science?
Okay. How do I donate my body to science? That is a good question, Platinum. So what you will do is either at the time, well, when you pre-arrange, you let that counselor know that that's what you want to do. They will add that into your arrangement process, that that's what you want to do. Let your family know as well that that's what you want to do, so it could be on record. But the most easiest way to make that happen is to add it into your arrangement process. Thank you so much for asking that question, Platinum. Who else? Oh, Lord, I see my brother on here. Hi, Curtis. Pootie Man. Oh, Lord. He said, get your affairs in order. I literally felt like I was preaching. That's not what I'm here to do. I just want to educate. I just want to reach one, if not all. Hi, Arsenio. Doing well. Thank you. You told the family. That's good, Platinum. That's good. And hopefully they will make sure that your wishes are kept. Hopefully. Let's see. People don't have, this is from Barbette. People don't have their priorities in order. They rather buy iPhones, crab legs, and gym shoes than buy insurance. Now you are right on the money for that. With that comment, Barbette. Yes, we would rather have the latest of everything than to protect ourselves from everything or the inevitable. Okay, I'm trying to look for more questions. Lakeisha, I was able to get life insurance on the children at almost 3 times the normal rate. Really? Interesting. Just make sure life insurance is different from a pre-need, is different from a pre-arrangement, guys. So just make sure if you're not interested in getting a pre-arrangement, that you go ahead and get a will and trust, and make sure that everything is specified and laid out in that will. Better to be informed than not know. I agree, Layla. Who else? Oh, Joshua said, hey, Lachelle. Okay, let's see. Where?
transfer between funeral homes, or do you have to go with the one you chose if by the deceased?
Can trust be transferred between funeral homes or no? Yes. Yeah. Well, you mean, are you talking about your pre-need? Your pre-need or your life insurance? Absolutely. Absolutely. It can be transferred to any funeral home. Now, that's another thing. A lot of times I have a loved one that tell me specifically, I want you to handle my services. Now I tell that loved one, now even though they'll have a pre-need on file with us, I'll just let them know, listen, at the time, your family can do anything. So I suggest that if you really want us to, you want to make sure that we handle your services, that you specify it in your will so that that could be done, because your family could take you anywhere. They could say, well, and a lot of people probably didn't know that, but yes, just because your loved one has a pre-need at a specific funeral home, it does not mean that they have to go to that specific funeral home. But if that's what they wanted, I say it's so rude to change it up. It's so rude to change up their wishes. Now, if there is a specific reason why you change it up, then I understand that. It could be some stuff going on with that funeral home that you don't agree with, and I can totally understand that. But don't be disrespectful, y'all. Don't be rude and disrespectful and say, I'm not I'm not listening to Granny. We going over here. Don't do that. Granny gonna hound y'all. I'm sorry, from who?
Dr. Kimberly?
Okay. Do I have the option of preparing for service before my passing? I also have life insurance. You do have the option for prepare your services. Yes, please call that number in the description box. Mr. Keith Charles, 562-688-2365. 562-688-2365. I wonder if I can put it on here. Let me see. But call that number, bug him. He does not mind. He will answer any and all questions. He does not mind. 688-2365. Look, Lachelle is putting it in the comment section for me. 88-2365. Lakeisha say, yes, because my children have autism, it was hard to find a company that would insure them. Unfortunately, yes, Lakeisha. Sorry you had to deal with that. You like the funeral home business, Arsenio? Am I helping you to like the funeral home business? I would like to think that I'm the reason why. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm glad that you are interested in the business. Paulette said that is true, but life insurance is very important. You don't know when your life will end. Of course, absolutely. Not saying that you don't get life insurance. Oh no, absolutely. Yes, by all means. Protect yourself in all aspects. You know, life insurance, pre-need insurance. Yeah. I'm not saying don't get your health insurance and your medical insurance, and you gotta have insurance, you guys. So definitely, it is very important. You like my funeral video. I appreciate that. So Mr. Charles' number is in the description box. Thank you, Lachelle, for entering that. Do I have... Is that all the questions? You guys didn't answer me. Why you haven't prepared in advance if you have not? I'm not naive enough to believe that everyone can afford it. I get it. You know, some people can't afford it. But if you can afford to go to Mickey D's, you can afford to go to Wingstop. Jesus. That's a shame. But if you can afford to go out to eat, you can afford $10 a month. Okay? You can afford that. Don't lie. I know y'all go out to eat multiple times a month. So if you can afford that, and these prices are high. McDonald's meals used to be, do y'all remember when they were $2.99? $2.99. When I was little, I remember it was $2.99 and my parents was fussing about that. It's expensive. This is expensive. $2.99, but y'all paying these $8 and $9 meals. It's ridiculous. Now that is expensive. That is expensive right there. Okay, I got a couple of more questions. Barbette, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What's the difference between life insurance and pre-need insurance? Now, Mr. Charles touched on that in a previous video that we did, and he spoke it very eloquently. And I'm going to just refer you to that video because I wouldn't do it justice, girlfriend, but definitely look at that video. What was it entitled? My brother. Yeah. She's laughing. My brother. Curtis, stay out the comments. The importance of planning in advance. It's a few videos back. Look at that. Or bug the heck out of Mr. Charles. I'm telling you guys. Text that to him right now, Barbette. 562-688-2365. Text that to him right now. I'm gonna put y'all to work. Go ahead. Y'all bug Mr. Charles, because Mr. Charles tell me no one calls him. No one calls me. And I'm like, Mr. Charles, I'm sure some of you guys have called me, but he keeps complaining that y'all not calling him. So bug the heck out of him. Barbette, please bug him and then let me know. Let me know what he tells you. Let me see. Where is his question? Okay.
Is there
Oh, do I really want to answer? Is there an undeserved part of the industry that people can make a living from? Now, we're talking about planning in advance, Curtis Kelly. So, there is, I guess, you can become a pre-need agent. Yes, you can become a pre-need agent. Now, granted, you gonna be doing the hustle because that is based on your efforts. But you can definitely become a pre-need agent, and I'm telling you, the top pre-need agents in the country, they are making very good money, very good living. So there you go. Trying to get me off topic, sir. The Whopper was 99 cents. It was, though. It was. Is the link to your website in the description box as well? To what website? Are you talking about my funeral home website? Because no, it's not. My funeral home is ExquisiteFamilyMortuary.com. When I turned 55, I started getting a lot of funeral ads, and boy, did I feel old. Yeah. I'm 41, and I'm already feeling it, looking at those ads as well. So I get it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost there. They talking about AARP and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm almost there. I'm not far from it. It's an eye-opener. Platinum. Curtis said with cheese, no onions or tomatoes, extra pickles. I can slap him. Yes, that is exactly how I ordered it. You know what? This is my biological brother, guys. Curtis Kelly. That's my biological brother. So he is it's so crazy. He's my youngest brother. I think you meant I work. I work at Simon's Mortuary. You've been with Simon's Mortuary since 2006? Wow. Okay.
E Fortune, can funeral homes legally hold remains if the family doesn't pay?
Good question. E Fortune, can funeral homes legally hold remains if the family does not pay? I saw an article about this. That is so illegal. I don't know if it's illegal in every state, but here in the state of California, no, we cannot. Legally, by law, we cannot. We cannot hold the remains hostage. It's unfortunate because it's It's like the family has all the rights, and I'm giving you guys some good tea right now, or some good lemonade. That's why I'm gonna say lemonade, because I don't drink tea much, and I don't drink wine much. So some people say wine, some people say tea. I'm gonna say lemonade. I'm giving you some good lemonade right now, because a lot of y'all probably don't know this, but a lot of times the family has all the rights. Literally, a family can come at the last moment. We've done everything. We've picked up. We've embalmed. We've dressed. We've casketed. We've done everything, and they can come literally the day before the service with another funeral home, with a signed release from another funeral home. And guess what? We have to let them go. Let them go. Yeah, we have to let them go. We cannot hold them. And we cannot say, well, until you pay us. No. We do request payment. Yes, we definitely request payment through them or through the funeral home, because a lot of times they'll go ahead and put our fees, attach the mortuary that has the loved one fees onto the receiving mortuary contract, and that's fine. So we just let them know the balance and pray that they're gonna have integrity and pay, or we end up going to court, win, and still don't get any money back. It's sad, because like I said, this industry is geared toward serving and helping the families, but not protecting the funeral homes. I feel like it should be mandatory that that family take care of that funeral home before they move their loved one. But it's not the case. We have to fight it out in court and still never get a dime. And it's unethical. It's not good at all. And we've never had that happen specifically, but we have rendered services in full. I mean, had dove release, had horse and carriage. They had what was it? The jazz, the saxophone. Was it the saxophone player? Had all went all out. And this was earlier when we first started. It was actually a family that we knew through church. So, yeah, I personally was not aware of the fact that the family did not pay in full before services were rendered. But when I found out, I was upset, because I was like, once they're in the ground, once we did everything, I mean, we took care of the cemetery, everything. Once that happens, that family, they can walk away. They're like, look, you did everything. I could just walk away. It's just like when you have a credit card and you run it up. You run up that credit card and then you just stop paying. Same thing. Went to court, won, and that lady told me, you will never see a dime. Literally chased me out of the courtroom, you guys. True story. Chased us out of the courtroom and was yelling. The bailiff had to run after her because she was screaming, you will never see a dime. I feel like that judge should have brought her back in there and locked her up. And so until she learned a lesson. Like, you gonna pay them. But to this day, we have not seen a dime. Haven't seen a dime. So, and it was a lot. It was in the 4 digits. It was a lot. So, it happens. It happens. I'm sorry, E Fortune. I hope I answered your question. I went off on a tangent. I knew what you meant. Curtis. Underserved. Yes, pre-need counselor there. That's a position that's underserved in this industry. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed a lot, didn't I? Where? Y'all not putting questions in the queue in front. Oh, I see it. Joshua. Hey, Joshua. I haven't pre-arranged and or pre-funded, as I don't know what disposition I want. Any advice on how to decide? See, no, I can't help you with that, Joshua. I believe that's a personal decision you're going to have to come up with on your own, and maybe discuss it with your family. I say discuss it with your family too, and see what they're comfortable with as well, because a lot of times you may want to be cremated and your loved ones may just really not want that. And I mean, it's definitely your choice, but if you have the conversation now and you find out what they're comfortable with, you may lean toward one option than the other. So I just say have the conversation with your family and see if that will help you make your decision. Thank you for that question, Joshua. I appreciate it. I appreciate the questions.
Calvin Bryant.
Where?
Calvin Bryant is down a little bit. Also, is your behind the scenes footage? Is that
Calvin, I love you. You be keeping me on my toes. Is that only on Patreon right now? Yes, Calvin. It's only on Patreon right now. Patreon, the link should be in the description box. If it's not up under this video right now, it will be after the live. But you can find it on the most recent lives that I've done and vlogs that I've done. Y'all, the struggle has been real trying to get these vlogs out. Man, I have a new computer, and I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the internet. I'm not sure. Y'all, anybody deal with the devil spectrum? I'm sorry. They are the devil.
We got two more. John.
Okay, let me finish. Let me wrap this up about the devil first. Spectrum. I believe. I'm serious. I believe that they sell you this internet service, and they tell you you got all this speed and all this stuff, and then in the beginning it worked fine, like you good. Then all of a sudden, I believe they sending glitches so that all you call and you be like, oh, it sounds like it's time for you to upgrade. Anybody else think that? Who with me? Who's with me? Man, I'm telling you, they the devil. I liked it better when it was Time Warner. I liked it better. They were more, what is it? Personable. They were more understanding. Every time I threatened to whatever, I'm gonna tell you, every time I threatened to leave them, they would come back. Oh no, what can we do to get you to stay? But Spectrum, they be like, all right, so you leaving? Okay, so let me get you over to that department. You be like, wait, hold up, because they got a monopoly on the internet game right now. So hold up. Oh God, anybody else with me on that one? I'm telling you, Latasha, I'm telling you, the devil. I'm telling you, they be sending glitches on purpose. They be like, get her. It's time. We need an extra $40 a month. It's time. Yeah, you're gonna have to upgrade. Yeah, we don't even. We don't even offer that anymore. What? You don't offer? No, we don't even offer that type of speed anymore. What? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna need that forever speed, like the forever stamp. I'm gonna need the forever speed. Can I get that, please? Who's with me? Okay, I'm sorry. See, Justice, thank you. Said, totally agree. It's not right that Spectrum only serves this area. Thank you. Right. So when I be trying to threaten to cancel, I be thinking, I'll be like, wait a minute. Who is in this area? I don't think AT&T over here, even though they the devil too. No, thank you. I think Spectrum has a monopoly on my area. So I'm just like, my threats just be threats. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep them because I need them. And that sucks because, like, you need the internet now. And I don't like the fact that, I'm sorry, this is totally off subject, but I don't like the fact, maybe they'll sponsor me one day because maybe they'll do good by me and sponsor me one day. That'd be great. But I don't like the fact that everything is digitally based now. Who miss regular cable? Where you not sitting up there watching pixelated channels? What is going on? I'm gonna need my characters to all look the same and I mean look normal and not be talking robotic. I'm gonna need that.
Okay, you got a question.
I'm sorry. I had to. Okay, go back. She reeling me back in. Okay, I'm sorry.
John,
Okay, wait. I see John. Hi, John. Do you ever have to have a closed casket due to bad accident or decomposition? Good question, John. We are actually dealing with that with a family that we're working with right now, due to the fact that they found their loved one deceased and they could not determine how long he had been deceased, but his body just totally started to decompose much at a faster rate. So, and because of the position I believe that he was found in, now I didn't go and pick him up, I didn't retrieve his remains myself, but I do believe that the way that he was lying, the blood started to rush to his head, and so discoloration began to form right there in his face, and that's something that cannot be changed. It cannot be changed during the embalming process, and that's something I just learned, that discoloration cannot be changed during the embalming process. And unfortunately, they will be having a closed casket service. So yes, due to, it could be a number of reasons why it's necessary to have a closed casket, but it's totally up to the family. But I've had families to come in and look at their loved one and feel like they did not look like themselves because of fluid, or because of like discoloration, or any trauma that they may have had to their face, and they just decide that, you know what, we're just going to have a closed casket. We prefer if they don't be seen like that. They don't want their loved one to be seen like that. So absolutely, we are dealing with one right now, but we've had a few in the past as well. Now, I've also dealt with families that like to have their casket open the whole entire service, which is an option, definitely is an option. But a lot of people, when they walk in and they see the casket open, they look at me and they go, "Is the casket gonna be open the whole service?" Like, yes, that's what the family wanted, and it's uncomfortable to most people, but a lot of families choose to do it, so it's definitely an option. But yes, absolutely, we have had situations where people would have to have a closed casket service due to trauma, or just at the family's request. Any questions relating to funeral schools or mentorships? I'm working on that, you guys. I'm working on a program right now, so bear with me with that. I'm working on it. I'm working on a partnership I'm working on it, guys. Okay, so I will be able to update you on that soon, hopefully. Jay Blue, hi Jay. How can I get my dad more comfortable with talking about prearrangements? He just gets quiet when my stepmom and I bring it up. He will be 81 in August. Oh, bless his heart. August what? I'm an August baby too. How can you get him more comfortable? See, I can't answer that. That's another thing that you know, Dad. You know, I mean, what's another subject that makes people uncomfortable? What's another? I guess talking about sex, that's another subject that makes people uncomfortable. I don't think men know. I don't know. I don't think men know
No.
when they talking to each other. I don't think they get uncomfortable about that. I don't know.
Weight can be
Weight, yeah, yeah. People, yeah. I had family members shaming me about my weight. Well, one in particular, but he didn't know. He didn't know it bothered me. So until I said something, and then he goes, "Oh my God, I didn't know it bothered you. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right now." But yeah, that's one. But any uncomfortable conversation, it's still, just I say just laugh, just try to bring humor in it. Try your best to kind of make light of the situation, but with in a respectful way. You know what I mean? You don't want to sound disrespectful, like you're joking about somebody dying soon or whatever. But you know your father. You know what makes him, what would make him upset, or what would be something that would make him feel disrespected. So I just say tread lightly, and still try to have that conversation, and try to make jokes about it. Like, I mean, when my grandfather was here, we would joke about it. We would. I'll be like, "Granddaddy, okay, yeah, when you die, you gonna be up there talking to Jesus, talking his head off." And he laughed and laughed. He said, "Jesus listens to me." And I said, "I know, Granddaddy." But then it's in the segue into the conversation. Same thing with my grandmother when she was coherent. We would talk about it. I'll be like, "Granny, so, I know you like this color, but what color would you prefer us to wear if anything was to happen to you? What would you want?" And she said, she told me what she wanted. And it was uncomfortable, a little uncomfortable, but I knew that she understood that was necessary to talk about it. So I just say try. Just keep trying. Don't stop trying. Who is making you laugh like this? Stop. I'm trying to have a very important conversation with my man Jay. So I know it's not an easy conversation to have. Gets quiet with my stepmom and I bring it up. Yeah, I know it's not an easy conversation to have, but I just say try. Hi, Miss Beverly. Hey, girl. You want to say hi to the peoples?
Hi.
Okay. Thank you, Jay. Where? Okay, Latasha. Have you ever dealt with a pregnant woman that was in her last weeks of pregnancy? How does the embalming process protocol? What is the embalming process protocol? Now, are you asking, have I had a loved one that was pregnant to come through my doors? No, I have not. Thank the Lord. Not me yet. I don't even want to say yet, but no, thank God. But I have dealt with babies, with fetuses, with infants. I have dealt with those. But no, thank God I have not had to deal with a pregnant woman that passes away. I don't know the protocol with that. That would be something that you would have to ask an embalmer, and soon you will be able to. But yeah, thank God I have not had to deal with that. Right, Miss Beverly? We haven't had. No, thank God. Now I'm just envisioned a picture that someone recently showed me of a father. I don't know if you guys seen it. A father that passed away. What did he pass away from? Did he get shot or something? You the one showed me the picture. Her. She ain't paying me. No, I just don't understand. So did he get shot or something like that? And his baby was with him or something?
Yeah.
They both got shot. And they had the baby laying on his chest in the cat. Y'all, I really don't want, I know that it may happen, that we get loved ones like that, but I personally, the babies, they are hard. They are hard to deal with. They are hard. It's hard for me to cosmetize. It's hard. Oh, it's hard. The babies. But no, Latasha, you'll be able to ask one of our very informative embalmers about that soon. Justice. Is it better to embalm right when a person passes away, or do you store them for a while and then embalm? It's best to get the remains in and start the embalming process right away. But we do refrigerate and tell the family that they have, for us, we tell the family they have 24 to 48 hours to make a decision on whether or not they want to be embalmed, because we're a small firm and our refrigeration is small. So we give them a 24 to 48 hour window. But I believe the regular time frame is up to 72 hours is what they give. But understand too, if that loved one is at the coroner's office, well, sometimes, or the hospital, they're being well refrigerated. And I say sometimes at the coroner's office because sometimes it's hit and miss. Sometimes they can develop what's called tissue gas at the coroner's office, and it's not good. It's exactly what it sounds like. So yes, it's best that we get them in as soon as possible and start the embalming process as soon as possible, than to not, because of course, yes, they're slowly decomposing. Even while refrigerated, they're slowly starting to decompose, and you don't want that to happen. You want to slow down that process as soon as possible. Good question, Justice. Thank you so much. Is that all? I hear you cutting up in here, Curtis. E Fortune, I wouldn't force it too much. We tried it with grandma and she cussed up something terrible. Oh no. Yeah, don't force it too much, but I don't know. There's this video that, you know what, and that probably, I don't know. It depends on your family. They probably cuss you out for showing that video too. I was gonna say I'm going to put this video in the description box if I can. Put it in the description box that could help you start the conversation, hopefully. So
Kia Williams, she has one at the top.
At the top?
Go up a little bit.
Go up.
It says, how do you go about pre-need at 19, such as choosing a funeral? So how will your family know if you pass?
No, I'm sorry. Where is it? Because I don't see it.
Where Fortune said I wouldn't force it, it's right under there.
Oh, it's in there? Okay.
Right.
Okay. So I'm looking for a question. I'm looking for a very good question that was asked, and I don't want to skip it. Okay. Kia, how do you go about pre-agreement at 19, such as choosing a funeral, but how would your family know if you passed in the future? Maybe I'm reading that wrong. How do you go about getting a pre-arrangement? Now, you can get a pre-arrangement on your own legally at the age of 18 without the use of or the need of a parent signature. But choosing a funeral home, that's up to you, sweetie, what funeral home you want to go to. Just do your research, and definitely do your research and see which one is you're comfortable with. Your family may have one that they use on a regular basis. And your second part of your question, I'm not understanding how past in the future. Would your family know if you passed in the future? Oh, how would they know about your prearrangement? Okay, well, you got to tell them. You have to tell them about your, because listen, guys, it does, yes.
What's the discussion Dr. Dorita Cooper is asking, the topic?
Okay. We're talking about the importance of preparing in advance. We're gonna keep having this conversation until the people get it in their heads as it's important. Dr. Doretha Cooper has entered the room. What? Hello, Doc. Hello. But Kaya, are you asking how would they know about your insurance policy? That's something that you have to discuss with them. You have to let them know, because a lot of times people will pass away and don't know that their loved one have an insurance policy, and there is no technology as of yet where we can Google or type in a person's name and social security number and see if they have insurance. Voila. That's something that I don't know why they don't have that, but there's nothing like that. So some people will call and ask us, can you research and see if my loved one had insurance? Now we can research to see if they had insurance through us, yes, but we cannot research. There is no database that we can go to and just type in the person's name and social security number, date of birth, whatever, and voila, it gives us they had this insurance and this insurance and this insurance. That will be very helpful, but they don't. And two, you want to put it in the right person's hands or put it in a safe place, so that way it could be easily attainable once you pass away. Once anything happens to you, you want to be able to have your family go straight to it and not be tearing up the house looking for it. Y'all, I didn't have that happen to me too. Be like day 3, day 4, Miss Ray, we still looking for it. We know it's somewhere in here, but we still looking. She got a lot of papers. Y'all don't want y'all family having to go through that. So make sure that it's in a safe place, and make sure the proper person knows about, where it is and how to locate it. Thank you, Kaya. I hope I answered your question, sweetheart. I hope I did that justice. I need to know what y'all doing in these comments.
It's your brother, but we got another question.
Squally. Hi, Squally.
It's one before Squally.
Okay, let me do this one because I already put it on. How do you handle veterans? Squally. So you be Squally. When families have limited funds, do some funeral homes still have contracts with the VA? Now, I'm not for sure. I don't know if some funeral homes still do. I know that we don't, and we've tried. So I don't know if they're still working with funeral homes or not, but I do know that as of lately, we used to help the families with that process, but now I don't know if it's changed, if it's because it's changed why we don't do it anymore. But we just tell the family that it's best for them to go directly through the VA, and we just give them the information that they need on how to get who to contact, but we don't do it. I believe we changed doing it because it takes so long for finances to get to us. So it's better for the family to do it on their own, and the family make sure that we're taken care of, and then they wait for the funds. So, but yeah, we used to really assist with that, but the process takes so long, longer than the victim of crime, longer than that. So it just takes too long, and it's just not worth us waiting for it, as opposed to the family waiting for the payment. But they still help veterans. There's still veteran funds out there, and yes, we do direct our families to the proper VA representative to help them with that process. Thank you, Squally. See, Squally he also Calvin and Squally, they keep me on my toes. Y'all gonna keep me in school.
Okay, Cammy Cam.
Uh-oh. Can you let them know it's not a death sentence when you make preparations ahead of time? Dr. Cooper, that's right. Y'all remember Dr. Cooper was on a while ago, and yes, that is such a misconception that as soon as you plan your services, that you just waiting to die is coming any day now. So that means I've been waiting for some years, because I've had my arrangements planned in advance for a long time. You guys, that's a myth. It's not. It's That's just like saying if I get car insurance, I'm going to get into an accident. It's gonna happen. If I get house insurance for my house, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. I know it. I can just feel it. No, that's a total misconception. If I get medical insurance, if I get dental insurance, oh my gosh, I know something gonna happen to my teeth as soon as I get it. You guys, do y'all think like that? No, you don't think like that. So why would you assume that because you're being responsible and making and protecting yourself and your family from the inevitable? It's going to happen. It is going to happen. To you, to me, to all of us, it's going to happen. We don't want it to happen. We don't want to think about it. We don't want to talk about it. I understand. I get it. But it's going to happen. So why do you think, I mean, 'cause you don't think that anything's going to happen to you if you get any of those other insurance that I just named. So why would you think that it would happen if you were to prepare yourself in advance for the inevitable? Come on now. I would love to talk to someone who is seasoned and who has been prepared for a long time. I would love to have them on to talk to them and get their opinion. Doctor, where you at? Doctor, you want to come on? You still got the link? You want to come on? I love this. Thank you, Dr. Cooper. Auntie. Thank you. There must be, Layla, yes, there must be dialogue with family, friends, spouses, etc. to let them know what you want to happen to want to happen to them should they pass away. That's yes. Everybody have to have the conversation. I know. It's so uncomfortable to have the conversation, but it's necessary, guys. It's necessary to have the conversation. Oh man, you don't have the link? And look, I don't know how to get. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Oh, you got an Android, so I can't send it to you. So I have to send it directly to her. But you guys, I hope that was a good analogy. I'm proud of myself for thinking about that. But yes, you don't think, come on. We don't think automatically. Okay. If I get this insurance for my television, oh my God, I shouldn't do that because my television it's gonna break. I already know it. It's gonna break. We do not think like that. Come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't think like that. Who cutting up? Who cutting up? Who is cutting up?
Somebody, not your brother.
All right.
She said send it to her.
I did. All right. Any more questions, guys? Did I miss?
On YouTube.
I did? Okay. I missed some questions. Oh, y'all conversing with one another. I love it. I love it. Y'all, my Patreon diamonds and above. I'll try to go live today. Y'all don't have y'all notifications on. I don't know how that works on there, so I'm quite sure they have some type of way to be notified once I go live or whatever, but I tried and I got crickets. I was on there all by myself. Okay. Where? I don't see it. Just give it. Just let me see.
How come most of the time only half the body is shown while in the casket?
Well, they have. Her question is, how come most of the time only half of the body is shown in the casket? That's totally up to the family. They have what's called a full couch. That means you can see everything. Sorry, excuse me. Or they have a half couch. That's just the most popular, and it's the most feasible. So it's totally up to the family. If they come in and they say, no, we prefer a full couch, then we show them their options. But I'm
She hasn't received a link.
pretty much, I sent it to your email. Pretty much, you know what? And I could have sent it to your, hold on. But pretty much, most people prefer the half couch. So no, you guys have the option though. You have the option to tell your counselor that, hey, I prefer to have a full couch. And that counselor, it's up to that counselor to show you your options. But if you don't ask, you won't receive. What's the saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. But yeah, it's just most of the time people just prefer the traditional half couch. Uh-oh, somebody ringing in. And I did not set this up. This is all spur of the moment, you guys. So if it don't work properly, don't come down on me. Okay? All right. So let's see. Hi. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am simply amazing. I'm just sitting in here and I'm listening to all of this knowledge that you are giving out,
I
and I
try,
pray
Auntie.
that these individuals are getting it because it's terribly and unfortunately it's
Yes.
our melanin family that seems to, if you will, walk in ignorance, and that just meaning to ignore what's been placed in front of them, so they don't get upset and tune out of your live.
I don't.
And so
Right.
you asked the question of someone's season. I'm 57, so I think I'm a little seasoned. I got a little seasoning salt on me. I had life insurance since I was 14, thanks to your grandmother. She made us all get insurance, and I'm probably the only one that kept it. Even when I was laid off a couple of times, a company went out of business, I still kept that life insurance. I paid it every month, and I'm still paying
Wow.
$11.03 for that life insurance policy.
Did you say $11? Did you say $11? Can she hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. Now go ahead. Can you hear me? No. What happened? Oh, what happened? We were doing well. What happened? But that's so true. You can't hear me? Oh, she hung up. Okay. But that's I think she said $11, y'all. $11. So that was way back in the day. But she's been paying on it, and I believe it's worth some. Here she go again. I believe it's worth quite a.
What happened?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh my gosh! I don't know what happened.
You were stuck.
Uh-oh, I was stuck. Well,
Yeah.
you said $11, right?
$11.03.
Mm. That's that good insurance, and I bet
It's a good insurance, and it's a
I bet
lot
it's
of
worth a
money on
lot. Oh
it.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're just trying to educate the people because I literally until the other night I was up and I was thinking about this subject. I was like, because how many times have you passed by the corner and somebody is trying to raise money for services?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this because a lot of times these people are scamming people. There is no
Yeah.
deceased, there is no loved one that has passed on, but then there are these families that do need. There is a need, and how can we help? You're in the industry as well. How can we help? Well, educating them. But
You
that's the
got to
same thing
educate
as the
them.
word.
That's
That's the
right.
same thing as the
That's right.
Bible. You put it
Mm-hmm.
there, and people say you pushing it on them. You pushing it on them. No, but then if I don't tell you, then what?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
what? I don't love you. I don't care about you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I have this information, and I'm being selfish. I'm selfishly holding it to myself and my family. I
Yeah.
selfishly want my family to get into the kingdom. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna get into the kingdom being selfish. Let's just put it out there. Let's make it plain for the people. But auntie,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally felt
Yeah.
like now my auntie is a real pastor. She has a ministry, Omni Ministries, in the city of Compton, California,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was preaching to the people. I
Yeah.
feel like I was having an
Yeah.
altar call, an altar appeal. I was like, now tell me why you won't come to Jesus.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Yeah.
It's here
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Tell me why you won't protect yourself. Let me know. How can I help you? you know, and it be that way. This is a subject that is most like the Bible, most like church. People
Mhm.
don't want to talk
Mhm.
about it. They don't
Mhm.
want to. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want. I don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. And what really have touched me where I just go ahead and talk about it is because we've experienced it, in the funeral industry
Hmm.
with what we do. That families come in, nobody have insurance, no one have a savings, no bank account. They're crying because they don't know what to do. The decedent didn't leave any information or any instruction. They didn't leave any money. So they're crying three times. One time
Right.
they're crying because a loved one is gone. The second
Right.
thing is because they don't know what the loved one would have wanted and they wanted to respect their wishes. And the third thing is that they don't have any money regardless of if she or he left any information. And it's just important that we just start looking at it like, and this is why I'm going to do a financial class, that we need to start looking at when we go to Starbucks for $9 a day and you do that times five, what? You got $48 a week. And life insurance you can get for good $48 for a month. And so don't go to Starbucks for a week and just
Hmm.
pay your life insurance and then go back to Starbucks the rest of the month. It's all kind of
Right.
ways, but our melanin, our family, the African American race, we wanna we buy $200 and
Gucci.
$300 worth of hair, and we buy fingernails with the gel and the toes and all of that don't belong to us. And when we die and go leave here, we don't have anything but just that hair, and that hair ain't gonna get us nowhere. Those nails, the feet, it's not. And be truthful with ourselves.
No, yeah.
Sometimes you need to really stop and really think about what are you doing. All we're doing is giving the other people
Hmm.
all of our money. If we start
That's
learning
right.
how to not shop, we would close down the economy for the whole United States. If the melanin will stop shopping, we
It's
would
us.
shut
Yeah.
down every other store in
Right.
America because they're making trillions of dollars off of hair care products and all of those things. And it's really off of us.
It's off
It's
of
really
us.
off of us. But then we say we don't have any money for anything. Why? Because you're wearing it literally on your head, on your back, on your feet. And we got to get to a point where your auntie. I'm going to tell you the truth in the pulpit, and I'm going to tell you the truth as it relates to
And
death.
I appreciate
Nobody
that.
want to. Nobody wants to take that money, their hard-earned money, out of their savings account to bury you or to cremate you. And you say, well, I ain't worried about nothing when I leave here. I ain't got to worry about nothing. But that's selfish because then
Right.
you're not allowed. You're making your family to suffer because of you. We got to stop being ignorant to the devil's schemes. And this is one of his schemes that he tries to keep us away from having knowledge. The Bible tells us, my people perish. my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Knowledge.
It's not that the knowledge is not there, it's that we don't want to accept it. We rather just continue to go on business as usual. And then when we die and we leave here, people gonna talk about us so bad. Of course, you won't care because you're dead. But then all your family members gotta listen to that. Come
Yeah.
on now, we got to get to a point that we respect ourselves enough that we take care of one another, take care of ourselves. Stop buying this Gucci and these Michael Kors and walking around here like you got something together and you have a penny in your savings account, your credit cards are maxed out, and you don't have nothing. You just passing through here. Your
Well,
life begins when you leave here. So I know I ain't gonna take up your life.
well,
I just get a
nuh-uh.
little touched when I
No.
think about
I hear the
all this stuff
music.
people got, and they don't have no life insurance, they don't have no saving, they don't have nothing people can tap into
Oh, and then
to
they
help
family
them.
sit in front of you and want the church to help.
Right. They want the church to help. And we say, well, what you need help on? And then when they say, well, we don't have nothing, I say, well, we can't help you. I don't have no problem with telling because the church really is not a lending institution, and it's not our obligation or our responsibility to take care of anyone that haven't taken care of themselves. We will help you with what you're trying to do, but when you don't have nothing, then we don't have it either.
Well, amen. Well, amen. Because where were you when we were giving you the tools? Where were you? So I have to agree with everything that you said, Auntie, because it's so accurate, and a lot of people in here are agreeing with you as well. You speaking
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
prophetic, what do you say? Regulatory word right there. That's all she knows how to do, Cedric. That's all
That's
she
that's
knows how to
that's what
do.
I know. It's in my soul.
Ruth said, "You
It's
both
in my
are
soul.
speaking the truth." Mortician said, "This is true." Mortician Nolan Everett. Is this the same aunt? Yes, my aunt did have well, she has a funeral home. Um, where? Where are you located?
Paradise look, Paradise Professional in Riverside.
In Riverside. Yes. Okay. I'm looking at questions. Let's see. I'm looking at questions. Where do we send the offering? Lakeisha, it will be in the
You know
description
what?
box below.
Let me say this. I don't know who because I don't see the names and things that's
Right.
going up. But let me say this. Anybody that want to send an offering, anybody that want to send a love token, how about you put it on some life insurance policy? How about you make that be a point that every month, we have sponsors, we have partnerships with DCM, Doretha Cooper Ministries, and also people that give outside of Omni Ministries that give to the church. How
Mhm.
about you just set up something that you get your life insurance, get your life. How about that? We
Okay.
all get our life and just get life insurance. That's the best offering. That's the best seed that you could ever sow
That's
into
right.
yourself. Into yourself, because you cannot very well say we love God and that we care about the things of God when we don't take care of this temple. And this temple has needs a resting place when it leaves this earth. And if you haven't taken care of that, then you really don't love God.
Yeah. Well, like Terrell said, mic drop. Yes, she dropped the mic. Said, say it in the back for those cracking crab legs in the back. Oh Lord. Yes, this is all you guys. I hope you guys are taking this in. This is some good. This is some good soul food that you guys are getting. I mean, you are being blessed to not have none other than my auntie, Dr. Doretha Cooper, who is the pastor of Omni Ministries, to come on board and speak life into your life and give you words of wisdom. And she says she's had her insurance since she was, what did you say, a teenager? 14
14,
14 years old. She is now in her
57.
50s, 57. Did you think when you got that insurance, oh no, mama, don't get that, because that means something
Mm-mm.
gonna happen to me now?
No, I got it
No.
because I'm smart.
Uh, well, there you have it. Because she's smart. She kept it because she was smart. Now the mother ones, I don't know about your other siblings. Just
They have all of them have
just
their
kidding.
life insurance. They didn't keep that
They
one,
didn't
but
keep that one,
they
but
all
yes.
have their life insurance
Yes. My
policies.
mother,
They
Miss
have
Beverly,
some
she
of them
does
have
have.
several of them.
That's right. My mother, she's protected. Yes.
Yeah, she
So
is.
there's no way we can be in this industry and not be protected. There is no way. We see
Mm-mm,
way too much.
mm-mm,
Way too
mm-mm.
much. And I told them about them families that be coming in here fighting each other because why? Because you didn't protect yourselves and I mean yourself and you didn't protect them from having to fight each other because you did not make it clear and plain what you wanted.
Wow.
So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
just my
And
opinion.
not
It's
only
embarrassing asking
not
for help
only
for what
that,
you
they
love.
need to not only do they need to take out an insurance policy, they need to like make a booklet where they write out even the songs where they want to be buried, how they,
Hmm.
give them some type of outline of
Exactly. Whether or not you want to be
what they
viewed.
desire. Yeah.
Right.
If you want to be cremated or you want to be buried into a cemetery or what just give us something to work
Right.
with. Give us something to work with.
Right. Because it's really sad when you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Don't know what mama like, don't know what songs to be played or anything and it's okay cuz we will definitely help you and but we don't know mama like you know mama. And obviously, well,
Yeah.
do you know mama?
Yeah.
So we want to
Or
make
do you
sure,
know,
or
mama?
do you know mama? So we just want to make
Uh,
sure. We want to make sure our loved ones are put away with dignity and respect,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
we want to make sure that you all are protected. I know it's not a conversation that's easy to have, but it's a necessary conversation to have. So start the
Yeah.
conversation. Even I mean, if it starts to get a little deep and you got to pull it back, then just do what you got to do. But then don't stop. Don't stop. Let daddy cuss you out. And while you cussing me out, tell me what you want. Tell me
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
While you cussing me out, daddy, I need to
Hmm.
know. Do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? What do you want? I don't want you hunting me after it's all said and done and you hunting me
Yeah.
down because
Yeah.
I didn't do what you wanted me to do. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So
Because
I'm making light of
um,
of the situation only because it's such a deep topic to just
yeah.
to talk
Yeah.
about, but this is how you can start the conversation. This is how, with humor.
Yeah, yeah, and it's necessary. There's something that your grandmother and my mother has been diagnosed with dementia, and she's 89, and she's like almost in that last stage, pretty much. And but prior to her, when she was first diagnosed, the sisters, her daughters, got together with her, start getting information, what she wanted, how she wanted it. At first, she wouldn't talk to us about it, and she got a little nervous, and we knew to back off. But then some months later, we came back and said, "Well, Mama, and then she was ready to talk about it. She was ready to talk
Yeah.
about it because we let her know we took care of ours because you made us take out insurance. So we want to plan and make sure that we do exactly what you want done." So she gave us information. We know exactly what she want, where she want to be buried, how she wanted, what casket, what we know everything. And just some information about the actual obituary with and we done waited too long. Now we probably have to create something, but
Right.
we know we pretty much know all of her history, and so it's just important to have it, and you'll see uh, how you'll be able to sleep even better at night, knowing that now you can have a woosah moment where now you've taken care of that. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to go back to it anymore. That's
True
done. It's over
is.
with. Get it
Mhm.
out of your mindset, and then go live your life. But
Right.
you're not really living until you prepare for your death.
Yes, and as far as the obituary is concerned, it's not going to just have some dots in between. I'm we yeah. Some people's obituary be like they lived and they died. This is what I'm saying, guys. You got to have the conversation.
Yeah, we
Like
must.
she
Yes.
just said. My grandmother, her mom, is now she's in the end stage of dementia, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to watch, and it's hard to talk about too.
Hmm.
I mean, we all have our moments where we're grieving while she's still here. We're grieving
Yeah.
because we know
Yeah.
it's the inevitable. But
Yeah.
it's some people that have at least, you know, we know some history. But there's some of y'all that don't know anything about your parents.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. And if your parents are coherent, I say ask them questions, you guys. You don't want two paragraphs or two sentences. I've had it. I've had to do obituaries, and it's just wow. I'm gonna have to fill in, or you know,
Yeah.
make the space, lot. You know,
Yeah.
increase the margins and stuff. Like, wait, this is crazy. You don't want to just have, especially somebody that's elderly and they pass away and all you have is a few sentences. You have to have the conversation. Talk about
I had it.
and in that
Necessary.
conversation, you're also discussing, okay, how did you grow up? You know, what did you do? What did you like? You know, what sports did you play?
Yeah.
You have to have that conversation. We find out something
Yeah.
new about my grandmother a lot. Like, didn't you because
Oh, did we?
dementia, it's your short term memory that's gone, not your long term memory,
Yeah.
right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Is a long term memory way back in the back,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's what she remembers.
She remembers
And you
that.
know what, Ray Ray? Uh-oh, Miss Ray.
No, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. Don't y'all call me
I
that.
was I was I was there with your grandmother a few days ago, and she just gave me a whole address, and I looked at her just off the, and I looked it up, and it's in Alabama. Get this, that address, that house is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's just been remodeled and it was placed on the market May 26, 2021. I said, okay, what is this guy? What is she saying
Wow.
about this here house? Then the next day she said that her family used to live there. Never knew
Wow.
that. I never ever heard of that address. But and then I
Wow.
started talking about stuff back there in Linden and Mobile. And she said, yeah, and in this city and this was happening over here and giving names. I said, well, my goodness. So yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's what I
That is
said too.
so amazing. Wow. We need to get
So
that
as I'm
house.
going over there, I'm sitting with her and just really talking to her. And I see that it brings life when you go over there and you just sit with her and just talk. Just talk
Yeah.
about stuff way back in the day. We started talking about the AOH church and the bishops and all of that. And she was naming the names and just her smile on her face and just talking about it. I
Yeah.
mean literally talking whole sentences, full complete sentences.
Conversations.
But
Yeah,
when you
because
talk
that's
about
something
things,
that's really hard for us to have with her now. So for you to
hmm
tell me that, you know, to talk to her about back in the day, that will
she's talk
probably help.
completely
Yeah.
like she's talking me and you how we're talking now.
Yeah.
That's how she was talking.
Because to be honest, Auntie, like literally, it's hard for me to be around. Oh, it's hard for me to be around Granny now. So I don't go
Yeah.
around often. It's really difficult for me to see her like that.
hmm and see, and that's
Oh,
something that people need to
it's
know that she feels that. She knows people don't come around because, and we don't want her to feel that way.
right. No,
So
I don't.
I've prayed and laid out before God, and He's given me peace. And so now I just go over there and just have my fun with her, and because I know that I've done what God called me to do for the season that she was with me, that 25 years that I took complete care of her. So I'm at peace with it. And it's hard here and there.
Yeah.
I had a moment last week and just had to take a walk around their corner and just walk it out and came back. And the first thing she asked me, she said, are you crying? Why are you crying? So that hurts her. That kind of hurts her to know that people are feeling a certain way. And she picks up on it because she walks in the office of a prophet. So she picks
Yeah.
up on it. And so I'm having to learn that all she wants is us to be around her. She
Yeah.
don't want to even be reminded that she's in the
That's
last
right.
stages of her life. She wants to live life with her children, her grandchildren, her great grand. And so that's why you can't stay away. You need to come every day. You need to come all the time. As just
Yeah.
keep coming, because you don't know you will be surprised. She probably outlive all of us but
Mm-hmm.
then you've lost all of that
All that
time
time.
that
Right.
you're not having time to spend with her. So,
Right. And when
I'm gonna
she saw
encourage you to
me the
go over
last
there.
time I went over, she saw me and she just said, "Hi." And she reached out
Yeah.
and sometimes I'm like, "Do you know who I am, Granny?"
She, and believe it or not,
But
she
she
knows who
do. She
people
do.
are.
Yeah.
She
She may
knows
not she
exactly.
may not be able to say my name at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but she
Yeah.
knows. She perks up when she see us. So, yes, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
yeah.
because you don't never know the day or the hour. That's just
Right.
like, we talking about church, that the Lord will appear. You don't never know when she won't be here. And then you will say, well,
I
all
should have
these things
yeah.
that would be going on in your head. So that's why I spend 70, $80 every 3 days for gas getting there, being there with her and spend, because money ain't nothing but currency. We ain't gonna never get her back once she's not here anymore. Can't
Right.
buy her back, can't. So I'll spend whatever money I have so that I can spend this time with, so she will be able to look on my face every time, and so that it will ease what's going on the inside of her to be able to let go and do what she needs to do, go on and be with the Lord, so that will be no more suffering, no more pain, no more losing her mind and all of that, all those things. So I'm thinking selfless instead of being selfish, and I'm
Right.
going on and
I,
doing what
I,
I need to do. And it's helping me because I know
yeah.
it's easing the part that when she takes her last breath, then I can say, well done to her, that what God is going to be saying to her. Well
Yeah.
done. She fought a good fight. Look how many
Yeah,
she
she
got saved.
has.
Look how many,
Absolutely.
so we just
How
look at
many
what
souls she
she's
brought to
done
Christ.
and be
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Thank you, Auntie, for that. We're going to answer a couple of more questions and before we
Okay.
wrap it up. A question says, have you ever had to turn a family down?
Yes. No,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I'm going to let you go first. You answer that question first and then I'll answer.
Oh, well, the reason why I say yes is because yes, we've turned families down because we are a mortuary that loves to serve God's people, to serve. There's only so far we can serve the people. When they come, they want all this elaborate stuff, and then they come with no money. We have to send them up the street to the next mortuary because we don't want, we don't, and then you know that you got a problem family when you know they're coming in and they have all this expectations of the mortuary, but they're not willing to do their part, and that hurts or kills a mortuary. And so you just say, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to help you. We're not going to be able to do what you need, because you do need at least this amount of money. And then you can tell when they, well, yeah, when they start going with the yak yak yak, and say, okay, we did make the right choice. So yeah, thank you for even looking
Considering,
on
right?
this. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I totally can relate to the problematic families, because we've had plenty. But I would say, of course, both of us had to turn away families during the surge earlier this year because
Oh yeah.
lack of space.
Yeah.
We did not have the
Yeah.
capacity to hold the amount of loved
Hmm.
ones the amount of calls that we were getting. We just did not have the capacity to hold every single one of them. That broke. I know that broke my heart, and I'm sure that was
Yeah.
very hard
Yeah.
for you to do as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And also, I've had to turn families down that have had decided to they want their loved one to come to us, but they're at another funeral home, and the funeral home has already done so much, and they have a
Yeah.
bill. They have a bill
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our funeral home, I'm sure, and I know my aunt's funeral home as well, Dr. Cooper's funeral home as well. We have integrity. We're not
Yeah.
going to we're
Yeah.
not going to take your money. We're not going to put you in debt and not tell you the truth.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
best that you stay at that funeral home, because you're not only going to owe them, but you're going to owe us as well. And that, we don't want to put you in that situation. So in
That's
that
right.
case, I've had to turn down a family in that case as well. But that surge though, that was the hardest. Ooh, that was the hardest part.
Yeah,
I
that
was like,
was.
we were both talking like, where can we find a warehouse? We need a warehouse or something. We got to put these loved
Yeah,
ones
it got
somewhere.
really bad.
We
It got
it
really
was
bad.
so bad, you guys. It
Yeah, it
was
got
worse than
really
what they
bad.
were saying on the news. It was bad. One more
Yeah.
question, and from John. Do you prepare the body the same way for closed casket compared to open casket? I'm going to say for yes. Yes and no. It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
It
Uh-huh.
depends on how the condition of the remains. But
Hmm.
if the remains are in good enough condition for them to be dressed, then yes, we do, because we like to give our loved ones the dignity that they deserve, even in
Right.
death. So,
Right. Right.
but it, like I said, it depends on the condition of the remains. Sometimes it's just not, it's just, there's no way we can do it. So in that case, then yeah, we just let the family know that we treated the body, and we preserved it the best way that we could, and we just wrapped them in a nice, respectful way,
Hmm.
and yeah, and they're casketed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. I'm so glad, Auntie. I'm so glad you joined me on today. This has been awesome.
it was great. It was
This
great.
was
Thank you for
awesome.
having me
Spur of the
on
note. Oh my
today.
goodness. No, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I love you. Mwah. Y'all
Love you too. Love you
say
too.
goodbye to
Take
Dr.
care of yourself. Bye,
Cooper.
everyone. Bye bye.
All right. Wow. That was awesome. Nice spur of the moment. Guest appearance from my auntie, Dr. Doretha Cooper, who is, like I said, she's a pastor of Omni Ministries in Compton, California. If you are local and you want to check them out, they do have services on Sunday at, is it 9 a.m. They start service at 9 a.m. on Sundays, and they do have Bible enrichment. Did I say that correctly, Omni members? Bible enrichment on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. 12601 South Wilmington Avenue in the city of Compton. Look at me. I'm just giving, of course, I'm going to support my peeps. That's my auntie. I love her. And I have two of her members sitting here looking at me, throwing me info. So I hope this was a very informative live for you guys. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you take away the importance of planning in advance and having the conversation with your family. No matter how uncomfortable it gets, try, and try again to have the conversation, because it is much needed, because we don't know. We don't know. You never know. You may leave here before your elderly parents, and you want them to be able to have some information, not only having a conversation with your elderly parents about their wishes and stuff, but you got to have a conversation about yours. You never know when your time will come, because we are not promised eternal life here on this earth. So I hope I didn't preach to you guys too much. I hope I did not bore you guys too much. I guess not. But how many likes do we have? Do we have some likes? I haven't seen no hearts. What's up with my Facebook family? I haven't seen no hearts. What's going on? Hi guys. Give a couple of shout outs. Hi Betty. Latasha, she always my girl. Keith, your videos are so inspirational. I appreciate that, Keith. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys have no idea. I sit and I ask the Lord to give me things for you guys. Give me content for you guys. That's going to be good content, informative content, educational. And I don't want to just give you the gory stuff. I don't want to clickbait you. I don't want to give you stuff just because I know, I know this is gonna give me a lot of views. This is gonna give me some followers. No, I don't want to do that. That's the same way this business is. If we were to do a whole lot of stuff can you keep it down, please? We don't want to do a lot of stuff that a lot of the other funeral homes are doing to grow. We don't want to do that. Now we could have very well did that and grew on out of this building. And I mean, that is definitely my desire, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to I don't want to compromise my integrity in order to do so. I don't want to rip people off in order to do so. So if that's the case, then the slow climb is just what it is. That's what we gonna have to do until the Lord bless us with something better, and I'm okay with that. So I want to give you guys the best content possible, and not just content that I know that you want to see and you want to hear about and all that stuff. I mean, I could do that. I could do that like other channels are doing, but I'm not like other channels. And I'm glad that you guys respect that. You guys are loving that. You're supporting that. I love that so very much. So thank you so much for I also want to be a funeral home owner. John, and you will one day, John. You speak that, manifest that. You will. Life as Kai. I just found your channel and I love it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. I'm very interested in starting my own home, starting my own funeral home soon, and I'm looking for all the info I can get about the business. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the family. And anybody that's in this circle, in this family that has not subscribed, y'all better hit that subscribe button. Go on over. If you on Facebook, you go on over to Exquisitely Ray on YouTube. One word, Exquisitely Ray. You hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you'll always know when I upload or when I go live. And I mean, I'm gonna need some thumbs up. I think my mouth is dry. Like my mouth is dry. I didn't gave you guys some good lemonade on today. So I think I deserve those thumbs ups. Can I get them? Can I get some hearts? Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Am I not seeing it? Is that what it is? How is it like? How is it like to be a funeral home owner? Is the struggle is real? Pray for me, please. Pray for me. Pray for Miss Beverly. Pray for us. The struggle is real. It's not easy, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. It is not easy. It could be very rewarding, but it's not easy. Thank you. Yes, Exquisitely Ray on YouTube. Go. Please. Thank you, Betty. Yes, hit the thumbs up. Am I just not seeing the thumbs up? They just not hitting it. Y'all not hitting it. I only got 7 thumbs up. Are you kidding? I got 54 of you right now. I see watching me. I can't get some thumbs up, please. I promise you. I say this all the time, y'all. Nothing is going to come out of your bank account if you give me a thumbs up. Nothing. I promise you. I promise you. Nothing's going to happen. You're not going to go bankrupt. You're not going to lose anything. Just give me that thumbs up. It helps me. It helps to grow our channel. We need that over here. We want to grow the channel, you guys. And I want to solicit you guys' prayers. I will be traveling this week. So please pray for me and my travel mate. And please, because I've been having extreme anxiety about this. And I think it's mainly because I have not traveled since 2019. And so that was, before the pandemic. And I already get anxiety before I travel anyways, because I don't like to travel. I used to, but only in a car. I used to love it. But now I got to drive. Now I got to do the driving. So I don't like that anymore either. But it was fun when all I had to do was sit in the back seat and go to sleep. But anyways, so now, with flying and stuff, it makes me nervous. And then you add the requirements because of the pandemic and stuff to it. Oh my gosh, it makes me so nervous. So please keep me in your prayers as I travel. I'm not going to announce I'm not going to announce where I'm traveling to, but y'all, my Patreon members, I'm gonna need you guys when I go live. I'm gonna need you guys to tune in because otherwise you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know what's going on because you're not tuned in. So you gotta tune in. So I will be going live, or I will try to go live on tomorrow. No, I will. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna make that happen for my Patreon members to go live, and then I do have a video coming up this Friday. You guys, your girl, I did it. But pray that my internet is working properly wherever I am, and it don't take me a day and a half to upload a video. What is it? Just me? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Lakeisha, for the prayers. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Betty, for your prayers. Good evening, Israel. I will be praying. Thank you so much, Hazel. Thank you so much from St. Louis. Yes. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I definitely want to.
Shaquana's watching on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh my gosh. Now that's some love right there. Thank you, Shaquana. I appreciate you. I hope I said your name correctly. Is it Shaquisha? Shaquisha. Hopefully I said your name on high. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name, but thank you so much for the love and the support. That's what's up. She's watching on both YouTube and Facebook, showing your girl some love. I appreciate that, you guys, so much. So much. Again, keep me in your prayers. Also keep this is our family. This is our community, you guys. Keep each one of our family members on in this community in your prayers, especially the ones who are dealing with a loved one that is sick or that is sick themselves. We want to definitely give a shout out to Shaniqua. She is really supportive. She's very supportive of our channel, and I don't see her on here, so that only tells me that she is probably having a bad day. She is suffering from cancer and is on hospice, and we definitely want to keep her in our prayers. And thank you so much, Shaquisha. Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. All of you guys, Dominic, thank you so much. You guys, Patreon, my Patreon members, all of you guys, I need you guys to turn them notifications on. I don't know how. I can't tell you. I am not the tech. I'm not tech support. I don't know. Please Google it or something to see how to turn on the notifications so you do not miss my live streams, because I will be going live for you guys on tomorrow. I'm going to try to set it up on tonight, and I'm going to need you guys to give me comments, write comments. Let me know that you see it. Please, if you don't see it, ask me, Miss Ray, where is it? I don't see it. Bug me, okay? I don't mind. And I'm going to try my hardest to get that done for you, get a video done for you guys as well, because I do have some content for you guys as well. The video for everybody, my whole family, is coming on Friday. I still do my vlogs. Thank you guys for your support in them comments. Y'all be getting them together in them comments, and I appreciate it. I don't even have to say anything anymore. I don't even have to drop or shed one tear anymore. Y'all be getting them, and I love it. So thank you so much for joining me. This has been one of my longest lives, and I thank you so much for being here the whole entire time, if you have. And you guys, stay safe. Love on your loved ones. You never know when it could be your last day with them, your last moment with them. So make sure that you always love on your loved ones. Be safe, support one another, pray for one another, and God bless you all. I love you so much. Mwah. Bye, guys.